and the fact that I started this one on June 5. Anyway, let's proceed. Oh no. Oh no. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sinag and welcome to a new video. So in this one, I decided to do something that I'm not used to. I'm a mood reader, but I wanted to try doing a TBR video. One thing that I wanted to do, not just in this channel but in my life in general, is to try new things, because how are we going to know what are the things that we like or don't like, and what are the things that is for us if we're not going to do something about it, or if not, we're not going to try, at least try it. So this is my attempt to try a TBR, or yeah, reading based on my TBR. So I'm still definitely going to read based on my mood. I have two kinds of TBR. So the first one is my TBR. So my TBR is one with a lot of books in it, because it is where I put all of the books that I want to read in my lifetime. And then I have an immediate TBR in where I put the books that I currently want to read in the moment, and then yeah, choose based from those depending on my mood. So but in this one, I'm going to ask for help in the form of a oracle card. So this is Pantha Oracle, and it will help me find books to read for the month of June. I have made a reading vlog wherein tarot cards and oracle cards chooses what I read. So I'm going to link that in the cards above and in the description below if you want to see what I did over there. But in this one, we're just going to choose the books that I'm going to read for the month of June. So today is, or tonight is, June 5. Before we proceed, I just want to give some caveats or a little disclaimer. So the books that I have put in my TBR, I honestly knew little to nothing. I read the description of these books and what this is all about before adding it to my TBR or my to-read shelf. Once it is included in the to-read shelf, I forgot or I intentionally remove all of the information that I have in my brain about said books, because I want to go into a book knowing little about it, so that I will be surprised and I will not spoil myself, or so that I will also remove some bias, because sometimes when I see that this one has an established couple or a second chance romance, then I'm most probably going to pick that over, let's say, love triangle or enemies to lovers. So I want to remove that bias from me. So as much as possible, I am trying to not think about the books that I have put in my TBR unless it's time for me to pick what I wanted to read. In this TBR, we're only going to choose 11 books. The reason for that is I want it to be an odd number, so that I can see how many books did I actually read and how many books did I not read. So I don't want to have a tie, because by the end of the year, I want to see and analyze the results from TBR from June to December. So I also have a rule when it comes to choosing the actual books that we're going to read. Physical books are my first priority, so I'm always going to look at all of my physical books and choose from there. And if I don't find anything from there, that's when I'm going to go to my Kindle and or my audiobooks to see what books fit the prompts. The last thing that I want to talk about is how I am going to pick the card. So I am not a very good shuffler. I have my own way of shuffling cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle it in general, and then when I have a deck, when I am done with all of my shuffling, I'm going to count from 1 to 11, and then I'm going to take the 11 card away, and then I'm going to continue that until I finish, or until I get all of the 11 cards that I need for this one. So I hope you get that. I'm still working towards my explanations and all of that. And English isn't my first language, and it's really confusing sometimes in my brain, because I am both having Tagalog and English translations in my brain. So I hope that I explained that really well, or at least I explained that in a way that you still can understand. So yeah, I'm still working with my explanations and all of that, so I hope you don't mind. So yeah, let's proceed on with the shuffling and then the picking of cards. So I now have all of the 11 cards that I needed to give me the prompts for the 11 books that I'm going to read for this month. So let's look at them one by one, and I'm also going to give the book that I'm going to pair with each card. The first card is Fate, number 10, Coincidence, Fatalism, and Fortune Telling. For this Fate card, I'm choosing C by Bob Ong. So this book speaks fate to me a lot. I've started this before and I was not able to finish because of, I forgot why I didn't finish this. But from what I remember, this kind of talks about fate indirectly and meeting someone. I'm going to read what is included in the book.
Maari bang malaman ang iyong pangalan?
Victoria,
Kailan kita masisilayan, Victoria?
sa iyong pagsilang.
It sounds like fated mates. For this card, we have this book. So the second card is number 28, Promise, Responsible Confirmation, Assurance. So the second book for the second prompt, which is Promise. So I choose the word responsible. So with that, I choose the book The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom. I have the Timekeeper, so he's literally the people or the person responsible for the time. So, and I actually have read this before for a quiz contest when I was in high school. So I definitely want to reread this again. For the prompt Promise, I choose the book. So the third card for this video, or the third prompt, is number 62, Fright, Depression, Phobia, Paranoid. So our third book for the prompt Fright, I choose the book Shatter by Tahereh Mafi. So as we can see the picture in here, she is in a cell and she is very depressed and she's kind of thinking a lot and worrying. And I think she kind of looks like or has the same vibe as Juliet here in Shatter. So I also read this when I was in high school once and I really love it. But when I tried to read it during the pandemic, I find the writing style to not really connect with me anymore at this point in my life. So I just wanted to see if that still holds true right now. And because this is one of my comfort reads when I was in high school, so I just want to go back to the world and hopefully see what I loved back then. So yeah, this is the third. So this is the third book for this video. So the fourth card or the fourth prompt for this video is number 5, Coach, Advice, Obedience, Knowledge. For the prompt Coach, I am choosing Can't Catch Me by Alexandra Warren. So the reason why I chose that for this prompt Coach is because it is a sports romance. So I'm assuming that there is a coach. And so yeah, I think that fits perfectly well in here. So I really don't know what it is all about. But I know that it is written by Alexandra Warren and I'm currently doing a video about Alexandra Warren, and yeah, and so far I'm liking her sports romance, so I definitely want to read more sports romance from her. So our fifth prompt for this video is number 52, Indulgement, Persuasion, Bribe, Temptation. So for the fifth prompt, I'm going to choose Corsairs, Bethiah by Dixon, because of the reason that I know Bethiah is someone who takes bribes. She is a bounty hunter and she likes taking bribes from people and taking their money and their ship and all of that. So I think this prompt suits perfectly her. So Corsairs, Bethiah is paired with Indulgement. So the sixth prompt for this TBR is number 60, Withdrawal, Quit, Awakening, Rejection. So for the sixth prompt, which is Withdrawal, which is the card of Withdrawal, I picked the term Awakening, and I'm going to choose A Lesson in Thorns by Simone. And the reason for that is because I think I have encountered a review before that said or that described this book as an awakening of their sexuality, like the main characters in this one. For the seventh prompt for this video is number 4, pride, self-esteem, self-worth, ego. So for the card pride and the word ego and maybe self-worth, and basically this the terms in here, self-esteem, self-worth, ego, I think it suits perfectly with the book Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, because from what I can remember, that book is about two BFF authors. So one of them is Asian, one of them is white, I think. Asian author died and her best friend took her manuscript and sent it to her publisher, and she pretends to be Asian. That's why Yellowface. And I think it suits perfectly with this card because it talks about self-esteem, self-worth, and ego. And basically, the author that plagiarizes her best friend's manuscript is kind of have low self-esteem and self-worth, because why would you ever do the things that you why would you ever do that if you are confident with who you are and if you assured with yourself. So I think that book perfectly fits this prompt. So our 8th prompt for this video or for this TBR is this. So it's number 45, collaboration, backup, unity, enhancement. So for our 8th prompt, which is collaboration, I choose the keyword unity. And when I think of unity, I think of friendship and just a group of friends or people together. A book that shows a lot of friendship and great friendship as well, which is If I Fall by Ate Leng, Shirlengtearjerky, or Leng De Chavez. So I'm definitely excited because I really want to reread this as a physical format. This is the self-published version. I don't know if I can also put the traditionally published version in this TBR, but I definitely want to read this, and it's going in a video, so I'm excited to do this one. So this is a high school experience of 3 friends, and I read this when I was in high school and I really enjoyed it, and I just want to get back to these characters and experience everything with them again. So the collaboration card is partnered with If I Fall. And by the way, this is like a whole book. It was just divided into 2, so we have side A and side B, but it is a complete book. So the 9th card or the 9th prompt for this TBR is number 46, family, bond, home, background. I think I already have a book for this one, but I don't know if I want to keep it in this month, because I have a lot of physical books na in here. So let's see. So this is going to be a very optimistic thing for me, and I'm very ambitious with this one. But the family card the first book that I thought that could fit this really well is A Game of Thrones, the first book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series. And I have read until this part. Yeah, this part. Can you see? Yeah. So I have stopped at page 271. So from what I can remember, we focused more on the Starks in here. So that's definitely a family. And can I commit with this long series? I think this is the time that I need to read this na. So let's pray for me. Let's pray for me for this month while I read all of this series, and the fact that I started this one on June 5. Anyway, let's proceed. The family card or the family prompt is paired with A Game of Thrones. A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. For our second to the last or our 10th prompt for this TBR is number 59, robbery, exploitation, incaution, unfairness. For robbery, I think the book that suits perfectly well with this is The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown. Actually, any book from Dan Brown on his Robert Langdon series, but I think I stopped at this one. I finished Angels and Demons, Digital Fortress, Deception Point. Though I think Deception Point isn't Dan Brown, isn't Robert Langdon. I also finished Da Vinci Code. And I started but did not finish Inferno. But Inferno is far away from me. And this is the nearest Dan Brown that I could get. So I'm going to read this one. So The Lost Symbol. I just realized majority of the books that I put in this TBR are very long. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, so this is going to pair with Robbery because almost all in his Robert Langdon series have a painting or an artifact in a museum getting robbed or being robbed or was taken away by someone. So this definitely fits the robbery trope or prompt. So for our last card or our last prompt for this TBR video is number 67, Overload, Assessment, Obligation, Overwhelm. So for our last prompt, Overload, I choose the term obligation. I choose a book that I am obligated to read because I need to read it for a video. So that is Pink Slip by Katrina Jackson. That is the first book in the Spies Who Loved Her series. It's about spies and them falling in love, and there's polyamory involved. Overload card, specifically the term obligation, is paired with Pink Slip by Katrina Jackson. Here are all the physical books that I have for this TBR. 5 more combination of ebooks and audiobooks. So I'm really excited to do this. I hope that I can finish all of these because alongside this, I'm also going to do a lot of mood reading still. So let's hope that I can finish all of this. Let's see how will this turn out by the end of the year. And I can't wait to see if I really can or cannot follow a TBR. So if you want to join me in this journey towards knowing if I am a TBR girly or if I should really stick into my mood reading roots, you definitely should subscribe and click the notification as well. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye-bye!